how do you play fast when you play solos? Well, most people think it requires you to have an extraordinary technique, that you need to master alternate picking or at least legato at a really high level. But you don't. All you need to be able to do is to produce a rapid burst of notes. See, basically what it is, please stick with me because this is super important. Once I figured this out, it's eureka! It isn't as hard as I thought it was. And Gary Moore does this, Yngwie Malmsteen does this, sorry for the old references, and a lot of modern players does this. There are basically two ways of playing fast in a solo. You can either play in 60-note triplets or in 60 notes or 30-second notes, right? You can play within the time frame of the music, which is something that Paul Gilbert does a lot. A lot of players does that. Well, so if you have a track that goes 1, 2, 3, right? You follow the time signature of the music. But most players actually goes completely. They just we don't like that. We're just gonna play as fast as we can. So if you have like a track that goes like this, right? Let's say I'm playing fast at every other chord, so I could go. Right? That's the technique. So whatever you can produce, whether it be, right, or if it's, right, however you're going to do it, you can play fast in some way, right? You can go like, and you put on some delay, right? Tap a little, unstructured, and it's gonna sound like a lot of notes, right? Or you do tremolo picking. Or you go back and forth with your finger like that from the 5th to the 8th fret on the B string. Just go up and down with the pinky here, and then you pick as fast as you can on that one string. Right? But the key is to put it in a frame that is within the time frame and the rhythm. So instead of following the rhythm as the music runs by in the background and playing runs that are in time, you simply take the time frame of 1 bar or half a bar or a quarter of the bar or 2 bars and you play fast there. Oh, Claus, that's not, I want to play with feeling, yes, but this is feeling. This has that has feeling to it. Notice that, right? It's not the mellow like, right? But it's another feeling. That's why flamenco has so many fast runs, because it's right. So let's try and do this. Let's do it. Let's do the whole chord progression where we play the phrase within the time frame of the music. Right? So the point here is to hit one, and that's the exercise. If you can do that, you can really learn to play these out-of-time runs, and that's what most people do, so why not just go ahead and do it? It's like when you write it down on notes, right, a sheet of paper, then you'll see these lines, these arches across. He starts there, if you're transcribing a solo, and then he ends there. And in between is all of these notes that we cannot, we can't put them in the time frame. And when you see that in a solo, you know what the guitarist is doing. He's playing out of time. So, make sense, right? Right? See how effective that is? That's crazy. And there I was doing my and then tapping with my pick and all. You know, that's emotion. And so we don't need, in order to produce that rapid fire, that dramatic with all the notes, you don't need to master alternate picking at the highest level. What you do need to master is the time frame. So practice like this. Take any jam track and then go 2, 3, 4, fast, 2, 3, 4, slow, I know it looks silly when I'm doing this, but I mean business here. This is serious. This is a key skill that you want to practice. Also, when you this and then have this ability, then everybody's going to go, oh, he's so fast. Oh, he's so fast, right? I hear that about a lot of top players from the past who's not that fast, because it's all that. It's just a right? But so people will say that about you, and that gives you that headroom where you can say, oh, I'm already fast, so let's go down and practice alternate picking, or let's practice legato, because you have that goal, right? But you can get there much faster by mastering the time frame of the music and going back and forth like we discussed. So leave a comment, also the negative ones. Everybody's welcome in here. Nobody will get offended. So do that, and then I hope to see you in the next video.